Like their legs are spread. I'm like, this is a no-brainer.
They must be pretty impressed. I'm the guy whose ad they're posing in.
They don't give a shit.
Yeah, you must piss me off so much. We did some photos of those girls. People can't see it, but it's just girls laying on the ground with their legs spread. And then we took some pictures later, and with all the girls with their arms wrapped around me, and they called later. They wanted more money. They said we only, we were only the impression you were gonna, take pictures of our, spread legs.
Hey.
I'm like, isn't that a compliment? I want your face in there.
Yeah. Wow, man, you really know how to play the women then, huh? Sounds like things are going well.
Yeah, it sounds like it's
getting charged extra for a crutch shot. That's not a good sign. All the girls I take photos of their crutches, they want more crutch. They're like, yeah, go ahead and take that. If I get asked that I did not appreciate you posted a photo of my crutch, I have failed.
Yeah. Now there's 4 ladies, and all we can see is their exposed crotch and their legs V-shaped up in the air. There is 1 lady next.
Well, the
to
two
them.
Together. That's it. WW Junior.
You see.
I did not get.
Can't believe you not see that, Michael.
He's spelling shit with bitches.
Oh my god.
Because he has no respect for them.
So that chick's ass is
to
Junior?
me, women are letters. Yeah.
Right?
I used to use them to spell shit.
There you go. I mean, that's what they are originally made for, I believe.
Is that offensive? Yeah,
I mean, if it's wrong, then why does it spell WW when their legs go like that?
That's
right. I'll do the next one with dudes, maybe.
I mean, women have been telling us for centuries they can do anything men can do, and as far as I can tell, that includes being a letter.
Yeah, so being a W. Yeah, I mean, it sucks that, if my name was Veal or, if it was German, I could have saved some money, just used one of each.
If you used men, though, you could make a W with one guy, if you think about it.
Right.
That's true. Yeah, I never thought about that.
If he's packing.
You're going to need the right guy.
What's that guy that you follow that has the giant inflated cock?
Boomer Banks.
Yeah. Yeah, Boomer Banks has it has to be injected. It has to be.
Didn't we used to watch that guy fuck all the time?
No, this guy ain't fucking.
Oh, no, that's a different penis. That one's a monster.
Oh, okay. Well, then who's that?
That's like Packin' Eddie or some shit.
Big enough to compete with his leg?
Yeah, he's done something to it. It's very
squishy. But he does videos where he jerks it, but it's not fully hard because I think
it's drowning inside of itself.
Pass out. Like it's as big as a baby.
Well, I've seen porno
and it's really wide.
I can tell it's like a fake cock, and all of a sudden they'll right before the the money shot, they'll cut to something else. Like I'm not that dumb. Cut to something else where they put the contraption in that makes it look like it gets done.
You're saying it's a fake dick entirely.
Yeah, I've seen
this guy's dick is real, right, Katie?
Oh yeah.
But yeah, all the girls know about it.
What's his name for later?
Yeah, because they like.
We might need an opener on our tour.
Yeah, they're all giggling. I caught it over the shoulder kind of thing, like girls giggling, like what's going on here? What's the scoop? And apparently this guy's like, he's fun for everybody to watch. Because his dick is, I don't know, like it's insane. It's like it's as wide as a football almost. Like it's and it's like a foot.
Well, that can't be fun for any woman.
No, it's not going. It's not going in anybody. It's not even hard. He jerks off like it's like a half boner, and he just jerks it. Look at.
His name is Big Eddie.
Let me see, Big Eddie.
Jesus Christ! Oh yeah, no.
Let me see.
That ain't real.
Yes, it is.
I mean, it's real, but something's going on.
Yeah, he's done something
By
to
the way,
it.
that's a lot of work for some Instagram followers.
I don't. Is he? What is he? Is he a cam guy? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, who's he fucking with that thing?
He's a big cam guy.
Yeah. He's gonna have to adopt if he wants a kid.
Yeah.
Andrew, do you follow this guy's work?
Not yet.
Not yet. You got to get into it. He's all the rage. All the ladies are talking about it.
That's a lot of injections. That can't be healthy.
That was the other thing, but then think about all the guys in the world that are just giant, big, buff guys that take way too many steroids. They walk around, dude. And then think about dudes that are like 65 in the supermarket, and they're giant, big, fat dudes smoking cigarettes, going to get another fucking case of beer.
I've seen them.
And they live, it's like 70, shit hits the fan. But before that, you can be an absolute fuck up, and your body will unless you're like your body.
Yeah, I don't know if that'll kill you. I mean, death by cock, maybe, I guess.
I'm sure when he dies, his cock is going to have something to do with it.
Yeah, what about later on, though? When he's when he's 60, what do you think that dick will look like? Because it looked like he had ball injections too, right?
So it almost killed me looking at it.
I think it's saline.
I couldn't take my eyes off it, to be honest.
That's
I
the
looked at it
point.
way too long.
That's the point.
Yeah, can I have my phone back?
By the way, was that on Instagram?
No.
I was gonna say, because
That's on Twitter.
Yeah, because I got kicked off Instagram for a lot less than that.
It's funny that, you know, gay men are men and their tastes reflect that. I don't think there's a female equivalent for lesbians who just has like the world's largest vagina.
No, but I would watch that though. If you had it, I would. I feel like maybe women that have really large vaginas won't film it, but if they were to, I don't know how people. I mean, I got.
Well, I guess the problem is, you have guys. You brag about the biggest, and girls you brag about the smallest.
Right,
but
right.
If we could find the biggest, eventually we could set up the inevitable super fight between her and this guy.
And I just realized it's fashionable to have a big penis, but think about how many photos we have of micro penises. But
that's true too.
Where are the photos? Where are the photos of the giant vaginas? I've only in my life that I can recall actually having sex with someone where I was like, "Whoa, this vagina's big." It's only one time. I told everyone it's like a stripper in San Jose, where I was like staying in a hotel or something. So I met some black chick. I remember when she was blowing me, I touched the back of her weave thing, and she got all pissed at me for touching. I was like, "Fuck, sorry, I didn't know." And then when I banged her, it was like, wait, what is that? And I actually had to look down because I wasn't sure what was going on.
Making sure you were in the right hole.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what I'd got, what I was in. I was like, maybe I'm.
I haven't had that problem, luckily.
It was amazing. Kind of worked out though. It was just weird. All these weird little, like, not to be gross, but like the little pubes and stuff would like fold over and prick me a little bit. It's just like layers.
It's like a vacation for your dick, you know.
Kind of.
Like
it was like fucking a vacation.
It's like first class, but room to move around. And shit.
Yeah, it worked out. So anyway, you don't have that experience on tour. You're not banging those kind of chicks.
No.
I mean, the really hot ones don't like it.
I feel like you can tell. I would think in general before you meet the girl, you can kind of tell if they're gonna have the enormous vagina. You know, they got that look in their eyes, like they've been around a little bit.
Yeah, I get where he's coming from.
You could be right, but you might be wrong.
No, because it's always a fascination that you have with yourself. Because if it doesn't happen, if it's not a one-nighter, if it's something that you're like, yeah, maybe I like it. So it's a build-up before you get to touch it or see it, and there's things that go in your head, and you can kind of tell the person with what's going on down there.
I guess the problem is, you only find out when it's too late. You know,
way too late.
Oh, wow, she didn't have the perfect pussy. Fucking.
Yeah, exactly. Who am I?
I mean, are we perfect?
Once I get to that point, it seems perfect at the time.
Right?
Yeah. No, I never got to one and been like, I could never go. Oh yeah, I could say I'd never go back there, but not because of that.
Do you have less or more women fans from your women bashing songs? I mean, obviously they're sarcastic, but
I mean, yeah, I don't consider them women bashing. I mean, the new one, this last tour we did.
It's misogynistic, isn't it?
It's misogynistic if you don't kind of get the wink with it, but
yeah,
I got a lot of female fans who do dig it, and you know, like we got a song called "Drop 'Em Out," and girls love to come to the shows and whip their tits out.
Hell yeah!
So I think they're having fun with it now. Like the last tour was the most women I've ever seen on tour.
If I was on The View, I would say, don't you find that a tad degrading?
Yeah, well, there's a reason why I'm not on The View.
I just tapped into my vagina.
When I went to your show at the Troubadour, there were a lot of attractive women there, but they were all like with boyfriends.
Yeah, I think a lot of them are just, I feel like there's a decent amount of women there who, lost a bet, or did something bad, and now their punishment is they gotta go with their boyfriend.
That's like this show.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Now we're usually the guy's like torturing the lady with the show.
But then 10% of them actually come around.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I think. And, women love good country music, so if you go, it's hard to find.
Yeah, Andrew loves it, so that's proof.
Yeah. So.
He's a good woman.
Yeah, that's my favorite band.
Is that a country joke between two country?
Yeah, people? that's an inside. No, they're the worst band ever.
Right,
ever
I sense that.
And they their people reached out to me and told me to leave them alone.
What'd you say?
I said, tell them to make better music, and I will.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So you continue to bash them?
Oh yeah, I mean, nothing against their new single with the Backstreet Boys, but
what?
Yeah, this is what I'm fighting against right now. I'm playing country music, and the guy with the #1 song is doing a duet with the Backstreet Boys. That's what country music is like. It ain't Johnny Cash. Let's leave it at that. But Yeah, so a lot of these kind of what they call now like pop country. It's basically just it's pop music, but the guys from Georgia.
I know.
Yeah.
I know it's the worst because to me, not only is I don't like pop music myself, so not only does it suck first reason for that, but the second one is you didn't even fucking make it up. You're doing their shit country style. Like it's a rip-off of a pop star because you're a country star. It's like you've just sold out your whole...
I'd rather listen to the pop shit.
Yeah, I mean, because it sounds better than...
That's why I do, I admit that I have respect for Taylor Swift because when she made her pop shit, she told the country people, she's like, it ain't for you, this is pop music. She told the country stations not to play it. But these dudes won't do it. I look at it as like
That's pretty cool.
The minor league, country right now is the pop minor leagues. Like there'll be an artist who's like, it's almost like the labels will say like, you're not that, you can't compete with Adele and whoever, but in country music, you could be big shit,
It's like Christian music.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's...
not to everybody in Christian music, Michael, but yes, some maybe might have done that.
Yeah, I mean, there's it's like, most of these artists wouldn't last 2 seconds on the pop station.
Yeah.
But they're like, give it to these idiots, they'll fucking eat it up.
But that's still a big market, right?
That's what I'm saying. It's like, they wouldn't do it if it wasn't good money, and a lot of those people, country's still selling, like, I sell a decent amount of actual, like, CDs.
Yeah, old school.
Yeah, like, which my being banned from Walmart and shit actually hurt me a lot because country fans still have the fucking, I don't even know, if you gave me a CD, I wouldn't even know how to listen to it.
I was thinking about that the other day. Like, what do you even do with them? Somebody drove by with their CD.
Put it in the hole.
There's no hole anymore.
Stick it right in the slot. My car's got the slot.
There's fucking slots everywhere.
I got no slots.
Well, maybe you should work on your game.
Beavis and Butthead, your mother's a slot. Yeah, well, no, because I actually told my people, I said, why are we doing a CD this time around? And they crunched the numbers, and last time I guess we sold enough CDs to make it worth the manufacturing. But
yeah, well, it's the same as like Apple and the iTunes store. There's always a rumor going around that Apple's going to shut down the iTunes store. But what Apple says privately is like, we don't know why dummies are still buying downloads, but they are.
Well, that's the thing is, I sell a lot of those $9.99 downloads, but I have, Spotify. I have Apple Music, but like, so I always complain like, why isn't my album selling more? But I don't buy albums, so
That's probably why.
Who am I to complain?
I do. I think.
I do. I'm an idiot though.
Yeah, I'm an idiot.
So like, I have the $9 a month thing, and then but if it's something I really like or that I just want to have at all times, I'll buy the album or buy the song, which isn't all the time because I do use that, but I still do buy shit.
It is important to buy shit though, because in your defense, like sometimes like an artist will take their shit off of whatever service and it disappears on your phone. If you can't take away something you own.
Yeah,
right.
No, exactly.
That's the other reason I bought.
Yeah.
The big thing that they've lost out on, well, in addition to obviously the real big thing is people who stream instead of buying, but we used to buy music because like we thought the cover was cool or because we heard one song one time and then we would get fucking ripped off over and over. Now I buy something because I've been listening to it for a while and I know I like it. Right? And when you actually narrow it down to those things, you end up buying a lot less
That's
shit.
what I say to the music industry who complains about the streaming and shit, which is I think it has more to do with they complain that it's because of streaming that people aren't buying. I think it's more that people actually get to hear it before they buy it. Right. You can't trick them into buying awful shit anymore.
Yeah, but what about like bands that have? There's so many old bands that are back on the road because they were. I heard a horrible story. This is the perfect example because it's not a superstar. Levon Helm, the drummer of the band.
Oh yeah, he's got a documentary.
It's really he'd been making like $100,000 a year from the royalties from old records from the band, and then those dried up. And at the end, it was like really hard for his widow to hold on to the house. They had to have a benefit and stuff like that. So the old music that's totally time tested is also not selling.
So I got that to look forward to. Yeah. Thanks for that Monday morning.
we will come by and make an appearance.
Yeah, but it is weird. Like I'll get the numbers every week, because we're about to go on tour, but we're not in like a cycle right now. So like, sales are pretty low. To be like, we sold like 500 copies this week, and first I'll look at it and I'll be like, fuck, that sucks. And I'll think about it again, like, who the fuck are these 500 people?
Wow, that's crazy because I think the same thing. So I got Ellis Mania coming around the corner, and every year without fail, I go, how many tickets are being sold? And if it's like that, if it's like 500, I'm like, 500? I don't know this year how many have been sold, but usually by about a month out, it's like nowhere near what it should be. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then every year when I go there and there's all those people there, I'm like, I didn't think anybody was fucking listening. Like, how the fuck did everybody get here?
Yeah, you don't understand, like, because when you first go out on tour or do that any kind of show, you're like, you want the ticket sales to be so high, but then you think about yourself, like, these people got to buy a ticket, you know, get a lot of them, you know, babysitter, make plans, cancel whatever. It's a lot of fucking
You're on the road. My ones, most of them are flying. These people are like flying from another city, state, or country.
Half of them come from Canada.
Well, not half of them, but a lot of them, and they do it every year. So that's.
Yeah, I had a dude once tell me that his wife dumped him, and he drove 12 hours each way because he needed to hear me sing "Fuck You, Bitch" live in person.
That's real.
It meant that much to him. As he's like, "Can I get a picture?" And I'm like, what am I gonna say? You know what? No.
Yeah. You should have.
Yeah.
Did you give him a hand job or something?
Yeah, I don't touch my fans.
Yeah, make him drive another 12 hours.
$12 each way. Yeah, $12 each way. I'll jack you off. I don't want to put that in writing though.
You take care of your fans. That's all you want to say.
Exactly.
Right. I understand. Yeah, it's funny that it's funny to be a little insecure about things like that, but it's also pretty awesome because in the end, it's obviously working out well for you and same for us. That we have a bunch of people that come out and have a good time, and you get to do it way more than I do. I do once a year because here it's like I'm talking to these guys, and if I'm assuming there's people listening.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, that's kind of like the same thing as like making an album. You think you're making it for nobody, then you go out on the road, you're like, who's listening to it? But you can I always find ways to get pissed off. Like we're doing a show in Kansas City, and it sold out pretty fast. So they moved it to a bigger venue that hasn't sold out. I'm like, why the fuck can't we? I should be happy that we're sold it out and moved to a bigger place. Instead, I'm like, why is the new fucking place not sold out?
That's exactly how do you think that there'll be an end to that? Like, do you think that the more you do this, the more...
I've talked to people. I talked to a guy recently who did his first, because that jump to like for artists to go to arenas is a big jump.
Yeah.
And I always wondered, like, there's got to be people who do it and don't make it. And I talked to a guy recently who his first arena tour was like, they just thought he was ready to send him out on a tour, 20,000 seat arenas, and he said it was max 2,000 a night, which is a ton of tickets.
Yeah.
But
because it's so big, it looks terrible.
But it's like you're basically playing to an empty arena. So they just took him off the road and put him back in theaters, I think.
Yeah.
Well, some guy was telling me too. I know the guitar player for Foo Fighters, and he's doing some country now. He was telling me that their first trip to, I can't remember the place, but someplace they'd never been before, and some of those places, some of those weird countries only have soccer stadiums.
Mm-hmm.
So they played an 80,000 seat place, and he said it felt like they were playing nobody. There's 40,000 tickets they sold, and they got off stage feeling weird, like they couldn't see cheering or people going crazy. And they had to sit down and go, you know what? We just played to 40,000 fucking people. That's two Staples Centers, but in a soccer stadium, it doesn't look like shit.
Wow. You think they'd figure out how to kind of put the seating in a way where it didn't look like you were all just fucking floating around and the stage was somewhere else?
Yeah, I always tell them too. Yeah, when we play a place too big, can you put black sheets over the the back of it or something?
Yeah, I saw Jane's Addiction on one of their first couple reunion tours play at the arena in the Meadowlands in New Jersey, and they just closed the upstairs. And that's like, okay, this is not a good sign.
Yeah,
but at least you're packing everybody down.
That's not good when they close upstairs because you can still see it.
Yeah. But at least everybody was packed together, so it ended up feeling like a big theater show.
Yeah, my hometown at Lexington, Kentucky, they have the big arena where they have no problem selling out every basketball game, of course. But when they'll have concerts and they'll just turn it around and kind of close half the theater, so people will be like, "I sold out Rupp Arena," and I'm like, "That's crazy." But they'll change it from 20,000 to 6,000.
Yeah. Move the goal lines.
Yeah, exactly. Although I saw Guns N' Roses there in high school, and they didn't have to do that.
Yes, I would imagine they would have properly sold it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've made it when you're selling people really shitty tickets to your show. Because I watched Steven Tyler's ass for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, there you got a nice little butt.
I can think of worse.
Oh, I enjoyed The View, Dingo.
Yeah, no, I've always thought, like, you know.
Best seat in the house as far as Dingo's concerned.
Hottest
Right?
male singer going around,
You
that's
guys,
for
boom.
sure.
you guys heard Steven Tyler's new country record?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
Holy shit, man.
Well,
His country version of Janie's Got a... Yeah, that's what it's called, right?
Janie's Got a Gun?
Yeah, he did a country version of it.
I don't think we heard that.
God, it was fucking horrible. and I went on... It was right when Facebook Live came out. I was like, I know what I'll do. I'll just do my review live. And then I had like 20 texts. It was a buddy of mine who co-wrote and produced the record. It's like, what are you doing, man? Trying to make money here. I'm like, did you think this? Do you think it's good?
Yeah.
What do you want me to say?
And what did he say?
He's like, the normal answer would be like, it's fucking Steven Tyler, you know.
Right.
What am I gonna say? No. I was like, yeah.
Well, that's ridiculous.
It's Steven Tyler, and that is right. It does deserve some respect. But if it's a bad song, it's a bad song. And he's jumping into some shit that ain't his shit.
Well, but also...
I mean, he's from Boston. Don't make a...
It's like Snoop Lion, you know? Like, come on.
Fuck that. I didn't like that.
What was Snoop Lion?
He went to Jamaica to try and do a Rasta record, and it's funny because he took the was it the brothers or the original band members? So they weren't his brothers. They were original band members. Forget the name of them.
The Wailers?
The Wailers.
Yeah.
And he had them on board, and by the end of it, they were out. They didn't want anything to do with it. The town, he came and like used them for what he wanted out of it, and then pieced out, and they were all super
What's
upset.
weird is you never know, because like to me it doesn't sound like a horrible idea. I'm sure the music stinks, but
It's just really mediocre reggae.
yeah.
Reggae's one of those
Isn't
things-
reggae mediocre?
Yeah,
was
that's
about
the
to say
thing.
same
It's not
thing.
that hard to be like to my ears, which is he wasn't playing to hardcore reggae fans. He was playing to people who know just as much as I do. It's not hard to make yourself a 5 out of 10, which is
Yeah.
what he succeeded in doing. I do think that there is a phenomenon. Your buddy may have kind of talked himself a little bit into the Steven Tyler thing, because you forget, like when you see a horrible fucking movie, there's a really good chance that it started off as something even worse. Like, I've been in recording studios with songs that are bad, and they go, well, what if we fix this? You go, okay, that's a little better. What if we fix this? Oh, that's a little better. And all of a sudden, you have polished a turd. It's not a raw, unvarnished turd. It's a shiny turd.
I totally
and
get it.
And you forget that this thing still sucks because it has actually gotten a lot better than when you started.
Of all the people who moved to country, if you, like, Steven Tyler was on that list, I'd be like, you know what, he fucking rocks.
Right.
And in your head, you know what, I can make him good. You know, I mean, he's got a great voice. I mean, he's in one of the best bands ever. I can make him, you know, country's not making more country rock or what, you know, it's not that crazy different. It's not like a whole nother language.
You know, I think that reminds me, wasn't I taken into a room? Didn't Steven Tyler take me into a studio at one point and play a song for me? Yes. Right, and I had to sit there? Fucking hell. Man, that was the most uncalled for shit.
From the country record?
No, this is like
years ago.
This is years ago when I was in the swing house doing the show, and I don't know him, and he wasn't booked on the show. He's never been booked on the show, but he was in that studio working on something, and he just walks in and starts talking to me about shit.
Well, they'd been recording an album there, so he was hanging out in the studio
I know, but
a lot. And I think he just ended
I think
up...
Will might have said, "Hey, it'd be real cool if he came in on this guy's show or whatever." So he just came in. He started talking to Katie a little bit, like just immediately, like, "I'm gonna fuck you if I want to." And I was like, "Wow, what are you, like 70 or something?" He's in there, and then he's like, "I'm working on a new album," and then after show, you should come listen. And I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, come listen to the new album." And I'm like, "Okay, this is so and so, the producer of the album." And I'm like, "I don't know who you are, but I'm sure you're a big shot motherfucker." And then they sit me down in this, you know, the area where all the mixing desk is and everything, and I'm like, oh my god. Thank God Katie was there. I'm like fucking stoned as a bastard. And they're like, okay. And then it's like, Steven, here we go. You know what I mean? Here's this. What do you think? You know what I mean? He's sitting there.
Looking at you.
Looking at me. And I'm like, what the fuck did he doesn't even know who I
But
am.
he wasn't looking at her. Was he looking at her?
No, this is where he changed. He went from looking at me for the song. He made himself officially aware to Katie that, you know what I mean, you're fuckable and I would fuck you. Kind of. I don't know what he said, but what didn't he say? Like, "Hey, how's it going? Look at you, but
Me
yeah."
in the studio. He did take me by the hand and sing to me.
Yes!
He was laying it on pretty thick. It was pretty charming.
See, but I could tell without looking at her that what he was doing was working. You know what I mean? Like from just immediately stepping in. And there's no other dude I know that could walk in there and say some shit where Katie would contemplate that he has a chance with me in the room. But I could tell. I was like, oh wow. Like, if I was okay with it, he could fuck her. She'd let him. I could tell. Because he'd take her ass and do some weird fucking shit, play piano, make her cry, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd fuck him.
I'm in.
Right?
Yeah. Fucking sign me up, Stevie. Put me back in the,
Yeah, but I don't know how I'd say no.
I don't think I'd be as happy as Katie would be the next day, but I'd do it.
As long as we got to drive in the soft top with the fucking top down and the
The
Porsche.
Batmobile. That's another thing. After the interview, after that, all that shit, there was a beard place. I had a beard. I was getting a beard trim for some weird reason, and I was putting the thing in the credit card in the machine to park the car, and I just hear fucking blah 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 blah, like someone just barking super loud, and it's him, and it's actually on the internet. It's like $1 million. It looks like a fucking Batmobile. It looks ridiculous. Like, and I love sports cars, but this car might have gone too far because it's like a little bit of a convertible, just the bit where the two seats, there's no roof. And he's like, blah, 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 telling the guy in the passenger seat about something rock and roll. So loud that he's in a car that is loud as fuck. I'm on the street on the other side of the street, and I can hear Steven Tyler telling some dude about something as they just cruise like 2 miles an hour in traffic down Melrose or whatever. And I'm like, my God, this guy, all day, every day, as soon as he wakes up, it's just blah, 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 anything can happen, blah, blah. I can have anything in my hand, it can disappear, just, woo! Hey, fucking sing a song, I don't even know who you are, want to fucking suck it? Like, he's
you think
out
that'd
of
be
it.
bad for his voice, but I guess not.
He doesn't stop.
Yeah.
And he's old. And
Yeah,
just
how old's he now? Probably 70, yeah?
I feel like he must, because this is the other thing, I'm talking to old people, or people that are in the entertainment business that have been around for a long time, and they're claiming naps.
69.
So I reckon he sleeps a lot. So when he comes up, he's fucking bop, 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 and then he just shuts it off.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I need my downtime, you know? Like, I don't know how anyone, especially that age, just goes non... I mean, you think he thinks it's an image that he's got to just keep up all day? Or?
No.
I don't think that's possible.
No.
Even if you really wanted to keep that image up, I don't think you could. He's 69 years old. I do think that there's a different breed of human being.
Yep.
Yeah, it's probably the same thing that got him to be Steven Tyler that makes him still go kind of, go nuts like that.
He is a freak.
Look, there he is with his aunt.
Hey. You don't like Elton John?
No, I love Elton John. It's just not that doesn't look like no rock star to me. But
Well,
Wait, that looks like Elton John. His aunt.
I know, right? I know. Who's the aunt, really?
I was gonna say, yeah, looks
It's like
Can we
new
slap,
movie Grandma's House.
Can we slap like Golden Girls on that?
I know.
yeah.
Right?
Should we crank dude?
Hey!
Dude looks like a
Hey! I'll have no more of this. Even though we're all nothing and we don't exist, we're nothing and we're irrelevant, but those
Jim
guys are
Carrey.
icons.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I love Elton John. And I love.
Yeah. One time I was in the presence of him and I was in awe the entire time. I was like, wow, that's the guy. All the things that he's seen and done. No gay jokes.
Yeah, I wouldn't make a gay joke around Elton John. You know, I remember I was with a girl once in a.
Well, that's not gay.
Years ago, and Elton came on the radio, and she's like, "Isn't it weird that I'll never forget this." She goes, "Isn't it weird that people still like him even though he's singing about dudes?" And I'm like, I remember just like, what a fucking dumb idiot. Like, who the fuck listens to music like that? I'm still pissed at her about it. It's just like, when I listen to John Lennon sing "Jealous Guy," I'm not thinking about Yoko. I'm just
No, that would ruin everything too.
Oh, really? Say that's because I agree with the first thing you said. When I hear the stuff in his solo stuff that's about romance, all I hear is Yoko.
But you can't personalize it for yourself.
No, I can't. Not his solo stuff because I actually feel like "Jealous Guy" is a perfect example. I feel like Yoko psychologically beat him down like an abused dog to where he did shit that any man and for sure any global rock star would do, but she had mind fucked him so hard that she made him feel bad about all the shit that he did because she Yoko'd him so hard.
Do you not really think that she did the mind fucking, do you?
Well, you can't be mind fucked unless you're open to being mind fucked. But yes, I do.
I think he called the shots in the relationship.
I definitely disagree with that.
Okay.
I think he wanted like a mom.
Let's just say I picked a bad example.
Well, the thing with Elton John,
I agree.
The thing with Elton John is that he doesn't write
I was gonna say
his own lyrics. But the guy who writes the lyrics is also gay.
No, he's straight.
Well, now, but the classic guy, the Bernie Taupin dude who wrote all the 70s, like the classic stuff, I think they were in a relationship.
No. Because I looked it up later. I was just to prove my point.
Bernie's not gay.
Bernie Taupin is straight.
Ooh, I met him.
So-
I got that. I misread that room.
Oh shit. Yeah. I mean, he's probably. But by the way, isn't that the best job? You just write down.
Gay?
Oh my god, right?
Being gay? Yeah, no, just to write down lyrics and send them to Elton John.
Okay, give me a minute. I'm still standing. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and he just
And
You know what's fucked up, Michael? That's the bit that Elton John wrote, for sure. It's the other lyrics that the other like that's just because you see those guys go like just give them words and they put that in there. But at first they're doing that.
There's no way Bernie Taupin wrote down yeah on
right.
the lyrics. But I do know that I've read stories about how they write. He just writes down stuff and mails it to him. So he'll just take out the piece of paper and he'll write a melody to it.
Oh, I see. That's cool.
You think they use email now? You think they're still old school?
Interesting question, Dingo.
I mean, it could be who knows?
Knowing those old guys, it's probably like superstitious now.
They probably FedEx
Write
in
down
an
on a
envelope, a
napkin,
piece of paper.
fax it.
Be nice to get that, get the address wrong and you get it in the mail and just,
There's also the deep irony that
Don't be too concerned about getting a hold of one now. They're not that juicy.
Well, I think like some of the Lion King shit is not.
That's Tim Rice. Is that guy's name?
Okay.
Is he gay?
I don't know if Tim Rice is gay. He did write The Lion King for Broadway with Elton John.
By the way, there's Bernie Taupin with a hot-looking girl.
Right. Well, that means he must be gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a gay guy with a okay.
What? With a what?
You saying that's a handbag?
You're trying to say that it's a transgender lady, aren't you?
Well, it's funny that you were able to read my mind.
She is so not transgender.
No,
She just,
in
you know what?
photos-
You know what you
in
think?
other- in other
Because she
photos
kind of
I've
looks like Caitlyn Jenner, but I reckon she looked like Caitlyn Jenner before Caitlyn Jenner.
Good point. Yeah.
So get off her.
In other photos,
She stole that look.
Less. She looks very, very, very.
Yeah, it's such a weird. I'm just looking at him and his family. Such a weird job he has. Lyricist. There's not a lot of people who make like millions.
Beautiful
of dollars
kids,
doing
beautiful life. Good for him. He
Yeah.
seems like a great
it.
man.
And totally
and
fucking making fun of him.
that's right.
Well, and then
What a cocksucker.
and then his entire job was writing words to songs and not writing songs. And then Elton John is more famous than just about any rock singer who ever lived for completely garbling the lyrics so you couldn't understand what he was saying anyway.
I don't know. You
Wow.
guys gonna get
Guggling the lyrics.
I think
kicking the lyrics' ass.
I think he sings it
garbled
pretty
them.
clear.
I think these two have hooked up.
Really?
I mean, that picture.
As if they haven't hooked up.
You got a butt fuck.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sure
Gotta-
at one point Elton's like, you've made $100 million on my tunes that you just wrote down fucking shit that rhymes. Here, turn around.
Yeah, exactly. It happened.
And
Yeah,
he
that's
said
probably
that's
how it
right.
went
For,
down.
that's fair.
Gay guys are allowed to have families.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's just
Thank you, Dingo.
just a big blanket.
Yeah, I guess I'm with you, but I don't know where that's coming from. But yeah, I agree.
I just saw some photos of them together and they looked happy. That's where I got it from.
Yeah, that's not the best one to disprove the point, I guess, right there.
Where they're touching noggins.
Laying their heads on each other. But yeah, seeing that old picture of Elton, you forget how fucking good he is, man.
Yeah, legend.
And he's
Very
got an
talented.
album called Tumbleweed Connection that's kind of country-ish. You have that one? That's great.
What can he not do? Except women.
Yeah, it's a big one though.
Except get an erection in the presence of any woman on earth.
Right. Well, I bet you he's done that.
I'm sure he's had
I mean, dude.
I think he wasn't he married?
he was married.
Yeah. Yeah, he's boning the crap out of chicks.
It's so funny that there was that little intermediary step in pop culture where, like, you couldn't be a gay pop star, but you could say you were bi and still be huge and famous.
Yeah, didn't Bowie do that?
Yeah.
George Michael, I feel like, was the last of the great bisexual pop stars.
He was just raging.
Yeah, I don't think George Michael. Like, who do you think had sex with more women, Elton John or George Michael?
Fuck, that's pretty
That
close.
probably was probably 3-2 or something.
Dude, I think they did like more than the average man does in a lifetime.
For sure.
Well, George Michael is a really fucking good-looking guy, and I imagine always was, and Elton John is not. So maybe in like high school,
I'll bet in the
women,
okay.
you know,
I'll
when
bet
you
in
feel
the
like you
wa-
have to play the game.
I'll bet in the Wham days he was fucking banging chicks left
Yeah,
and right.
yeah,
right.
he was
And trying
killing.
maybe trying to convince himself
Right.
he wasn't gay, maybe.
Right. But what if every woman on earth wanted to fuck George Michael and he refused to fuck any of them? So Andrew Ridgeley just plowed through the 80s for like 3 solid years, getting all of George Michael's cast
I
off.
mean, that's good. You even know. I don't even know the other guy's name.
Me
kidding
neither.
me?
Yeah, I'll take your word for it.
Oh, he was the brains behind Wham.
He was
Well,
the
he
brains
proved
and
that
the-
to be right, didn't he? Yeah. Maybe by the time Elton John was like super famous and chicks wanted to do him, he was already like just in a secret dude boning relationship.
Yeah, I think that is.
I mean, from time to time, I think I could see it as if you if you're going out with a dude and you're secretly gay, and then you fuck a chick fan, I could see that gay guy being super bummed out. Because to me, what I've noticed is when you fuck girls around gay guys, girls are like vampires. No, they're like garlic, and gay guys are like vampires, or the sun. Mm-hmm. It's bad. They disappear immediately. They're like, ah.
Yeah, gay guys love
they retract
straight women, except for when straight women get laid.
Yeah. Hey, being around that.
You should write a song about that, Wheeler.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, you guys got a guitar? Can I work on it in here?
Yeah, get it going.
We're not doing anything.
No, just chilling.
Oh, I got breaking news.
Oh shit!
Fuck. The worst fighting championship is cancelled, as you know, because we handled that. But there is a new fight on there that is just been confirmed, and that is my wife, Katie Ellis, versus Cupcake de Jour.
It's an even fight.
Yeah, I mean, Cupcake looks like she goes to the gym every day, all day. And Katie, when was the last time you trained?
I can't fucking remember. I
Yeah.
haven't been for a while.
So you and I both have to start training. We have 3 weeks to get in shape. That's easy.
Yeah.
You must have a reach advantage over Cupcake, though.
Yeah, she's very small.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
like 4'8".
I don't know.
Yeah, she's very teeny.
Her reach
tiny.
is like 7.
Yeah. Well, that'll be great. I'll just keep bouncing out of the way and punching her in the face.
Uh,
I would feel kind of bad though.
Well, if it works out that way, she'll only take a couple of crackers and then Joel will stop it. But if she puts on a show, you don't know.
Yeah.
You
I
might
don't
get
know. I
tired.
don't know. But she's just cute, so I'm gonna feel bad every time anyway.
Yeah. Well,
Who's Cupcake?
Cupcake du jour.
show.
Oh, Willie, you
Photos.
would love her.
Tita.
Yeah, you'd be into it.
Yeah.
Is she a musician?
No.
She's not. She was a professional figure skater, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now she wants to fight. Oh yeah.
Yes, and she's the co-host of a podcast that's also a show here on Faction Talk.
Be a
Boys-
cute
boys
fight.
show. Yeah, very cute.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. There's a lot of female fights this year, I feel.
Yeah.
WrestleMania.
Female's a new male.
No, everyone's
Yeah.
saying that. Jay-Z made a song
What's the
about
new
it.
penis?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good one too.
Jay-Z's got a new song out with that title, and in the music video he walks around with his dick between his legs. Silence of the Lambs. It's sick. You guys got to see it.
It's the new sagging, tucking your penis.
Yeah, I'm gonna cover that one.
He brushes his mangina off. Super street.
What was that fucking
Hit on
song?
that photo actually.
What?
Down bottom right.
Oh.
Whoa.
Hello.
Oh, I know,
man.
right? That one caught the corner of my eye.
God
Oh, yeah.
damn.
I forgot she has her stuff
Vagina?
out. Uh-huh.
It's out.
Wait, you can't know it's not out?
It's not out.
On the internet, it exists out.
It does?
Yeah, type in naked.
Dang, the little titties are fun.
Yeah, she's got really cool little boobs. Athlete titties, I call them.
Love an athlete titty.
You know?
Show me your Oh, it's tasteful badge. Wow, she is
jacked.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fucked. Kevin.
I know,
Oh,
right?
she's in really great shape. She works out a lot.
I know, Katie's like the reverse athlete right
yeah.
now.
I'm just like tired.
Well,
I'll
3
slip
weeks.
back into it. I'll do my best.
Dolce, I'm gonna do 3 weeks to shred.
Yeah, you really should.
So you're fighting her?
Yeah, I'm gonna just boxing.
Okay. I mean, like, will you be upset? Like, will you jump in if
No.
All right.
I love Willie.
No, whatever happens, happens.
Huh.
Hopefully they make out afterwards. That's all I care about.
You guys have made out before, right?
No,
Who'd you make out with last year?
Nikki.
Oh.
And then Nikki's fighting Joanna, and of course, whoever
Right.
wins that fight has to make out with the loser.
Oh yeah. Where do you get these tickets? I'll do a plug for you. Now I want to.
Ellis Mania, the Hard Rock, I guess Ticketmaster or some shit.
OfficialJasonEllis.com has a link to the tickets as well.
All right. Yeah.
At Wheeler Walker Jr. .com is his website, so you can see all his tour dates.
Yeah, what are you doing October 30th?
I think I'll be on tour, but
Yeah.
if not, I'll make it out. Give me some. Can I fight Florida Georgia on it?
Yeah, if you can get him there.
There's no way. They'd kick my ass, honestly.
Your tour kicks
Wait, you want to
off-
fight a band? It's a bad idea.
Your tour kicks off in Nashville as part of Kid Rock's Fish Fry.
Dang.
Yeah, if you like Kid Rock and Fish, come on by.
Fucking sounds like a lot of fun.
I love
Right.
one of those two.
Yeah, I like both of them.
Well,
Yeah,
I
I think
both.
it's gonna be a blast. Yeah, it'll be a wacky crowd.
Doing some barbecuing for sure, right?
We know you don't like fish, Michael.
Huh?
I got that.
I love fish.
You hanging out with
Returning
the
Japanese.
kid much?
No, I have before. Good dude. I mean, he's a good dude.
Yeah.
I think
I back him.
he's been. I feel like he's been in the news a little bit recently. Just kind of
Bit Trump, bit political.
political and shit. But you know.
Apart from that, he's good.
But but I'm just even with that when you hang out with a person, it's like you sit down, and you grab a beer and start talking politics or whatever. But either
Wait, he does?
No, I'm saying he does. I'm just saying,
okay.
When you hang out with him, it's none of that
Right.
shit, you know. But I always dig a dude like that who's just, you know, like I thought the Senate run, which is you heard about that, sounds
Yes.
made
Oh
up.
yeah.
Sounds made up, but if it is made up, it's a good fucking idea for publicity, man.
I just think his barbecue's the best, and I really want one. I think American Badass barbecues are probably the best barbecues because they're like portable and shit, and you know it's good because it's American made. I like them.
What's the bar? I don't know about this bar.
You don't know about American made barbecue? Look at that fucking
American
thing.
Badass Grill.
You shoot other grills, and then you barbecue with his grill.
Yep.
Cause it's 100% made in the USA. That's right. Hell yeah! Look at that.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Yep. That's right.
You know what?
That's right.
I was gonna do a bunch of French songs at that show. I'm thinking maybe a bad
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
Hopefully then we'll find out your album was recorded in China.
Yeah. Yeah, my band's all Chinese.
Oh man, that would be
If I
Edge.
could, I'll tell you what. If I could find a band of Chinese guys
right.
who played country music,
I
I'd hire
know.
them in 2 seconds.
You would slaughter that gig.
Yeah.
Kid would be.
American Badass.
Yeah.
Girl.
You should bring out a grill. And he'd probably get pissed. Then you'd have a grill war. You don't have a grill war with him.
Oh yeah, no. I'll do it after the fish fry. if I
That's
do
fair.
it.
That's fair. Smart. All right. So what else are we doing?
What are we taking a break?
Am I supposed to take a break? All right. Well, hey, man, fucking, you're on the road, so whatever. But if you want to come to Ellis Mania, you don't have to fight. You can just come watch.
I'd love to come out, and thanks for having me on again, man. I love the show. So
Till next time, my friend.
awesome. Thanks, dude.
We'll be back.
See you guys.